Hey, wake up, it's September 2022. So, there is a very well-known fact that in Call of Duty games there is a long-standing tradition where once you complete a certain objective in the beta of a certain game, you do end up getting some sort of reward, for instance a camo or in this case a blueprint, and Modern Warfare 2 was no exception, as once you reach the max level in the actual beta in September 2022, you unlock the Frontal Impact blueprint for the TAQ-56, which was a stellar weapon in the actual beta, and it was very reminiscent of the Scar H that we saw in the original Modern Warfare 2. So with that being said, I am going to be checking out the blueprint in 2023 and seeing how it holds up. And alright, so you can obviously see that this is a beta blueprint because it literally says the words beta right on the side of the weapon. So yeah, with that being said, the first thing that I want to do in today's video is actually go over the attachments of this particular blueprint, because one thing that was pretty interesting, and that is during the Modern Warfare 2 beta, of course the TAQ-56 assault rifle was available in the beta, but interestingly enough, you couldn't equip any attachments on the base version of the TAQ-56, and the only way that you could use attachments was by using this particular blueprint. And additionally, you couldn't actually alter any of the attachments on the blueprint itself. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. It was the only weapon that was that way in the actual beta, but I guess it did kind of save the weapon, so that way we kind of got to experience it a little bit without actually touching all the attachments until the full game came out. So with that being said, of course, the receiver of this particular weapon is just the standard one for the TAQ-56, nothing too crazy. And the first attachment is the demo clean shot grip, which is of course a rear grip. However, for our underbarrel grip, we of course have the commando foregrip. Moving on over, let's talk a little bit about the optic, where we have the Cronin Mini Pro, and then for the stock we have the TV X-Line Pro. So now let's head on over to the Customize tab and showcase that this is what the weapon looks like in gold, this is what it looks like in platinum, this is what it looks like in polyatomic, and finally this is what it looks like in Orion. And alright, so here we are in the firing range, just hitting the inspect animation of the blueprint. Overall is a pretty neat looking blueprint. It's very unique. It of course says beta, as I said, right on the left hand side of the blueprint, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So let's head on over and actually try out this particular blueprint. And that's one thing that I really like about this blueprint, and overall the really nice thing about the TAQ-56 is that it literally has no recoil. You can see that I'm able to hit all of these targets no problem, and the time to kill is also extremely quick. So yeah, that's the blueprint in the firing range. And with that all being said, guys, if you go on to enjoy this video at any given point in time, make sure to leave a like on it down below, as well as be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so that way you guys will not miss any of your latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class ups, intel, and so much more. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. Okay, so we are going to be joining up a little bit late into our first game, but surprisingly, we're actually doing very well. Like most of the times when I join into a game that's a little bit late, I'm usually on the other team in this situation. But anyway, let's see exactly what we can do over here. Also, I think that in today's video, I am just going to be playing in the close quarters mosh pit, which is of course the mosh pit that is just going to be small maps in Modern Warfare 2. But I might, and I mean might, try out in ground war, and that's just because, as I mentioned when I was actually using this particular blueprint in the firing range, and that is, it has very low recoil, so it is extremely good at longer range engagements. But we'll have to see.
They're shooting at me.
I mean, if we're gonna be entirely honest there, you were also shooting at him, so. Okay, so Shoot House has always been a tried and true map, at least in like the newer generation Modern Warfare games. So let's see exactly what we can do. Of course, for this particular one, I did end up joining in a little bit late, just like that other game. But you see, we're not hopelessly behind. And a couple of my teammates, when I joined in immediately, were doing fairly well. So let's see what we can do, of course. I mean, like when I originally started up, there was an enemy VTOL up in the air, but now we have our own. So that just goes to show that we're not a complete lost cause. Wait, this guy's spawned. What? I was gonna say, because I thought they were all spawning towards A, and then literally I get shot behind me. And it's like, wait a minute. But yeah, that's kind of par for the course for Shoot House. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure you comment down below what are your thoughts on this particular blueprint. Also, do you have this blueprint? Because overall, if you guys remember the Modern Warfare 2 beta, you know how good the TAQ-56 was, specifically this blueprint, because again, this blueprint was the only way that you can actually use attachments on the TAQ-56. But heck, even the normal TAQ-56 with no attachments was still freaking incredible. But that was the pre-nerf TAQ-56, which was somehow even better than it is right now. Okay, there we are. Well, that was probably a pretty dang quick UAV. The enemy's got whiplash as to how fast I got that, but anyway. Alright, let's throw up this counter UAV. Honestly, we really need to get these enemies off of the hard point. Also, don't ask me why I have battle rage. I was going for a challenge.
Close one. Oh, hello, yeah!
Okay. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that enemy literally popped his head out, and I don't know why it didn't even look like a freaking render. It looked like some sort of weird animation. Like, I was not expecting to get jump scared by a freaking enemy anyway. But yeah, as you guys saw a little bit earlier in this particular game, how I was just lasering opponents. Also, that guy's using the Joker? Okay, we gotta be careful. At some considerably long ranges while using this particular weapon, and this particular blueprint more specifically. And yeah, I would say overall, my consensus is that this particular blueprint really does hold up here in March of 2023, almost April of 2023, which is wild to think about. Or I suppose Season 2 of Modern Warfare 2, 17 days away from Season 3. And you know, I'd say that this particular blueprint kind of falls within the category of like those really well-designed blueprints that you really don't have to touch, because all the attachments on this particular blueprint are really solid. They go very well together. Also, there we are. And they aren't a part of what I like to call like the milsim blueprints, you know? Like the blueprints that aesthetically look really good, and realistically speaking, they look like a blueprint that an actual soldier would run. But when it comes to gameplay, they really aren't that good. I mean, Modern Warfare 2 doesn't have as many of those blueprints, but I know that in the original Modern Warfare, like Modern Warfare 2019, they were pretty common. For example, I remember one blueprint. It was a blueprint for the MP7. Don't ask me why I remember this, but it was in the Season 3 Battle Pass. And it was an MP7 blueprint, but it had a thermal sight on it, which, like, yeah, aesthetically speaking, it looks really good. And it looks like a soldier would actually use that, but when it comes to performance, it was kind of shoddy because no one realistically is ever going to run a thermal sight on an MP7. Like, it didn't make much sense. But yeah, those are just my 2 cents, and... he got bamboozled. All right, there we go.
I'm reloading.
We got another one. Whoa, that was a little bit weird. Huh. I remember seeing those things in the beta, so I guess this blueprint is bringing back more than just memories. Freaking glitches of updates past, oh my god. So yeah guys, my overall consensus is that the Frontal Impact blueprint for the TAQ-56 certainly does stand up and hold up well here in March of 2023. And if you guys have this particular blueprint and you haven't checked it out in a while, be sure to go ahead and do so because you won't be disappointed. So yeah, with that all being said, that's going to effectively wrap up today's video. I hope you went on to enjoy it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it down below, as well as be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications, so that way you guys will not miss any of the latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class ups, intel, and so much more. So thank you once again for watching. I've been your host, Deeper Jungle, and as always, I hope to see you in the next one.